non-binary friends. I am fucking back.
After 2 months away.
I know, but we don't talk about it. I've been back.
Shut up, Lucas.
And today, we are going to be reviewing and talking about Sleepaway Camp from 1983, I believe. We're kind of going to do this a little differently. I'm not going to go through part by part or go into detail about certain things. Just going to talk about what we wrote down, go back and forth. Yeah, just because it took a while and, you know. So.
And you're just coming back here.
Yeah, I'm just coming back. So, without further ado, let's welcome in Mr. Jason Bailey.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm here on Cinematic Analysis, and Maddie's back for the first time in 2 fucking months.
Who? I don't know who that is.
I just remembered. Who's Maddie?
Yeah, who is that? I don't know who that is.
We have a new person here named Sydney or Sid.
Yeah, whichever you want to call me.
Whichever.
I won't get into the details of it, but I just feel more comfortable with that name than my other name. So, just so things aren't confused. It will be addressed on the other podcast as well, but...
Yeah, so this is your first episode under this new name.
It is my first episode, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
So, all right.
There you go. Perfect timing.
Yes, perfect timing. All right, let's get into it. All right,
you can begin.
Immediately when the movie starts, you get a cheesy, campy horror feel. Hence the month that we did this in, campy horror stuff. There's also kind of like
and this is the only one you're on.
Yeah, it's the only one I was on. So it has a really long intro in the start of the film for like some weird reason.
Oh, yeah.
And then
We'll have to read the plot still.
That's fine. We don't have to.
All right, fuck it then.
It's fine.
Actually, don't fuck it.
Jesus Christ. You're right, don't.
Okay.
So we see a family on a boat, chilling, hanging out, arguing, and then there's some sort of accident, and the dad and the brother die in this boat accident. Yeah. So the sister lives, and she lives with her aunt and cousin. And already off the bat, the fucking acting is just over dramatic and like super fucking cheesy. And we find out the sister's name is Angela. So she doesn't fucking talk at all. She does not talk whatsoever.
She is silent.
Yeah, she is. The aunt starts acting hella weird about those physical forms. It's really suspicious and scary and weird. And you can already tell like the relationship between the aunt and her son Ricky and Angela, and she kind of favors Angela a lot more than she does Ricky. And it's very obvious too. So then we get to the camp. The fucking chef cook is a creep. He's a massive creep. We meet a bunch of other characters. One in particular is Judy, and she looks much older than like all the people that are at that camp. And that's going to be mentioned quite a lot.
I can see that.
Yeah, she looks like 25. She looks so much older than all these people. It's really gross. So a little bit more while they're at the camp, you can definitely tell the dynamic between Ricky and Angela, and he really cares for her and looks out for her. And those clothes, man. The fucking clothes that the dudes were wearing, why were they so tight? Why?
How could it fit them?
Exactly. It's like, you just see one with, like, a fucking crop top and, like, the shortest, tightest shorts. It was uncomfortable to watch. Then we cut to, this is, like, 3 days in. They're having, I think it was lunch. And the chef was, like, extremely gross to Angela.
God damn it, chef.
And he was the first to die. He had it coming, though. He genuinely had that shit coming. And then they fucking cut to a fucking random ass baseball game and spent so much time on it for what reason, I don't know.
Yeah, for what reason?
Yeah, it was super fucking weird. Like, they spent, like, an ungodly amount of time on that. More than they needed to.
Made it pointless.
It just made no sense to the plot, like, at all. I don't understand why.
SMH.
So, Ricky and his friend Paul end up getting jumped for trying to stick up for Angela, and literally no one does anything. Like, everyone's just, like, watching this and doesn't do shit and doesn't help them. Yeah, they're all just watching this whole thing. And then the fight does eventually break up, and Paul ends up being, like, really nice to Angela. And she finally speaks. She says goodnight to him, and he, like, was completely fucking shocked. Again, so much, like, pointless plot lines within the film. I'm trying to remember who Kenny was.
Kenny Omega?
My God. No, Kenny was, I think, another one of the... Oh! He was one of the kids that fucking jumped Ricky and Paul. He was the one, I think, that had, like, some form of a band shirt. I think
you mean like this? Who?
Yeah. So he fucking drowned. He died. And it just... They make it seem like Ricky did it, and that's definitely what this movie was, like, leading up to, was making it look like Ricky was the killer. And just this movie with its effects, it's so bad. Like, the fucking body dummy that they used for Kenny was just ridiculous. So Angela starts to trust Paul a lot, and Judy and fucking Meg are, like, mega bitches for no reason to Angela. Like, it almost feels, like, ungodly, unrealistic how mega bitchy they were to her. This is, like, literally for what reason? They had no reason to hate her whatsoever.
It was just out of nowhere. It was dumb.
Exactly. Like, they were just, like, because she didn't talk. It was American. You're right. It was American.
Gosh.
So, again, I don't really get why Judy is just so jealous of Angela. I don't know if it's because she got attention from Paul, but yet in the beginning of the film, she was getting all the attention from, like, a bunch of guys. So, like, it just made no sense to me. So, after the movie they have at the camp, Paul and Angela are walking back to the cabins, and he kisses her. And he kisses her twice, and it looked like the most
cute,
uncomfortable thing ever, and it just looked so bad. And in this scene, like, Judy, I think it's the volleyball scene. Judy literally looks 25 years old in that scene. Like, she looks so much older than everyone there, and it was really creepy and weird. Again, was, like, really mad at Angela for what reason, and, like, everyone who picks on her, like, their lives just must be so sad to pick on somebody for no fucking reason whatsoever. I don't understand it at all. Hold on, I'm just checking the timer. And then, after the whole water balloon scene where Angela gets the water balloon thrown at her from the roof, one of the bullies dies.
Ooh, a water balloon.
Yeah, I would not
good.
want to be hit with that.
Fuck bullies. Oh wait, no.
No,
Don't do it.
Good, thanks.
Yeah, I'm good as well.
So they end up going to Paul and Angela. I'm sorry. They end up going to
America.
Yes, the lake, I think.
Okay, yeah, the lake.
And Paul starts to get very handsy, and then we start to see this like weird flashback that
flashbacks
made like no fucking sense at all. Was very confusing.
Like this movie.
Yeah. So Angela gets a flashback. We see some of her childhood, a snippet of it, and she like yells no and runs off. She wants nothing to do with it.
No.
And
yeah, you mean like that?
Yeah, after it's during Capture the Flag. Ricky has a plan for Angela to win the game. And they go to do the plan, and they both see Judy and Paul kissing, and she...
Cute.
No, not cute. Not cute at all.
I'm kidding.
And Angela, they both find them, and she runs off. And Paul tries to make up with Angela, but it obviously doesn't work. Meg and Judy try to get Angela in the water, and you could obviously tell that she's terrified of the water. For good reason. She literally watched her family fucking die in a boat accident in the water. In that same water, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Same one. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Sad shit.
So, while Angela's getting thrown into the water, the head guy in charge, who's very fucking creepy, thinks Ricky did it. That Ricky did all of these fucking killings. That he's, like, up to everything. Which, why, I don't know. That seems very strange. So, you know, and you could just already tell who's going to be dying next, which is Meg. Meg is the next one to die.
Uh-oh.
And Angela is leaving a social gathering, and he, you know, keeps trying to make up with Angela, and Angela gives in and says, meet me at the lake, and Paul agrees. And throughout the film, you could just tell that, like, Susie and Ricky, out of everyone at that camp, were really the only ones who actually gave a shit about Angela and stood up for her, whereas, like, Paul had, like, weird intentions with her, and everyone else was just kind of, like, really shitty because she didn't talk, which is fucking stupid. So the guy in charge finds Meg, and the acting when he finds Meg is just so bad. It is so bad. He still thinks Ricky did it. He still thinks that Ricky fucking killed him.
Who taught her how to act?
Huh?
Who taught her how to act anyway?
Yeah, fucking...
Go back to acting school.
Yeah. So, this was kind of a moment I feel like everybody was waiting for, was Judy dying next. She really fucking deserved it out of anybody, other than the chef. Anyone else that deserved it was definitely Judy. She was, like, second one that deserved it. And before she dies, we see a bunch of campers with someone named Eddie, and I have to sneeze. We're good.
Bless you.
Thank you. So we cut back to the boys and the camp counselor, Eddie, and we see that those younger kids died. They all just died. What they did, I don't know. So at this point, you don't really know, like, what the fuck the motive is, because now all of a sudden these random little kids are just fucking dead, that didn't even do anything. So the older guy in charge, I literally don't remember his name, he ends up beating on Ricky, and we think that he dies. We think he's dead. But he ends up dying. The older guy in charge, he ends up dying for what he did to Ricky. And at that moment, you're like, okay, well, he's not the killer. Because obviously this movie wants you to believe that Ricky is the one that's doing it. But Ricky wasn't the killer. So at this point, we still don't know. So there's a police officer there, and all the other camp counselors are searching for the others, Judy, Ricky, Angela, Paul, anybody else that's still out there. Angela and Paul meet up, and they're going to go for a swim. Little dip, if you will.
They're swimming.
Yeah.
Like this?
Well, they definitely didn't do that. So we find out Ricky is still alive. He did not die. And we find Angela. But here's the twist. Angela is actually the brother from the family, not the sister.
Oh, the bro.
And the aunt
Bro.
made him live his life as a girl.
What the
Angela.
fuck? Damn.
And then we find out Angela is the one that killed everybody.
Boom.
And I can never get that image of her out of my head, where she's just like standing there with her fucking mouth wide open. Like, why is she standing like that? That's so creepy. Why? And then the movie ends.
What kind of an ending was that?
What the fuck, dude? That was insane.
It was pretty insane and confusing at the same time.
Yes.
So, 50-50 movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess it was okay. Some of the kills could improve. But the acting, some of those actors need to go back to acting school.
I don't think they ever did. I don't think they ever acted again.
They probably ended their acting careers with that movie.
What careers? Jesus Christ, that acting was bad.
So, anyway,
bad.
Do we recommend this?
Well, actually, yes. I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Yeah, I'll change it to yes.
So, the only reason I say yes is because I feel like you should at least watch this once in your life. To be like, okay, like if you like campy horror or like cheesy horror, this is definitely a movie for you. Like it's kind of like those so bad it's good kind of movies.
I guess if you get the hang of it.
Yeah, like if you see it a couple of times, you'll probably end up like really falling in love with it. And definitely compared to the other films, I've only seen the second and the third. Apparently there's fucking 5 of these movies. I haven't seen them yet because I can't find them anywhere, but I will try to keep looking for them. But compared to what I have seen, this is the best one out of them all. So, Jason, what would you rate this movie?
I'll give this a 6.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
While yes, it's insane and good, but it could be confusing, and the acting could improve.
Yep. That's it. That's exactly the same rating that I gave. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I don't know if you could see that. I gave it a 6 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, I can see it.
My original rating for it, because I watched this on my own, because I've been recommended like a whole bunch of horror movies to watch, and this was one of them.
Horror movies.
My original rating was a 7 out of 10, just based off of the twist alone. I've never seen a movie like that, and it was fucking insane. But the whole movie was just like kind of confusing at parts, had unnecessary plot points that didn't need to be there. Some of the effects were good, and then some of them were just like, why is this here? This looks so blatantly bad. And it definitely has a feel of Friday the 13th. Like, they tried to have the same vibe. They did definitely achieve it, but it was definitely something different than Friday the 13th, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. Is there anything else you want to add about the movie?
Enjoy horror.
Yes, we do, if you can't tell. I very much
I play too much horror games.
Oh, look! It's Eddie Munson. Anyways, if you haven't seen Stranger Things season 4, go fucking watch it. You can skip episode 9 because I'm gonna save you the heartache.
The hardest? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the heartache of that episode. Jesus Christ, dude. But yeah. Oh wow, this episode went by really quick. Okay, I guess this.
We've been recording for 21 minutes already.
It's just because it's us two, apparently. All right.
It's been two people episodes for a while.
Yeah. All right. Jason, why don't you do your outro first, so I can announce the next episode.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay.
Yes, I always do it.
So thank you for watching Cinematic Analysis as we welcome back Sid here. And yes, this is their first episode under this new name.
Yes. Oh, my
So,
timer's going off.
You've been seeing a different person in our other episodes.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's Sid's first episode here.
Mhm.
So welcome Sid to all of our podcasts.
Thank you.
As Maddie has resigned. Apparently.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. She doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for watching. And yes, it's true. This is our last camping horror movie for this month. As we move on to may I say the month name?
Yeah.
We're gonna review some animated films,
Yes.
animated movie films. So we look forward to that. And hey Jason, what is our first movie? Well, Sid here is gonna announce it.
Yes, I am. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Cinematic Analysis. It's good to be back. I was hoping to be back last week, but I was kind of feeling like shit, so I couldn't be on. So apologies for that. It's also been a long time since I've been on.
First time since Star Wars.
Yeah, since Star Wars. Shit's just been crazy in life. But I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it. I've missed doing this podcast a lot. But you can find me on my socials. Bill Mertooth.
Yep, it's still the same.
On everything, really.
Yeah.
So TikTok, Instagram, that whole thing. But our next episode is going to be Kung Fu Panda.
Pandas. Yeah, we're talking about the animal, totally.
Yes, we're hoping to have a lot of people back because AJ doesn't like horror, so he's excused for this month and October. Because.
Oh yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sid. This is Jason. Until next time.
Until Kung Fu Pandas, until we start talking about the animal.
Yeah. Peace.
Alright, bye-bye. We'll see you for Kung Fu Pandas. Bye-bye.